Well, I'm Matthew Johnson. I'm a third year here at CNU, double majoring in English and History with a double minor in African American Studies and Women, Gender, and Sexuality Studies. What drew me here to CNU was the size, which I feel like is a common answer. It was the size and the promise of like the ability to work more closely with professors, because I've always been like really like passionate about like forming connections with like teachers and educators, and so I knew at CNU I really had that opportunity. My professor sort of pushed me to writing about this novel Flights in our class. It's really fascinating. It was the first novel that I had read that was like written only in fragments, not one narrative story. And so there's a lot there in like the scholarship, but also to analyze. And so it was really the idea of like the novel's kind of brokenness and its structure and what it was suggesting in that structure that made me want to continue focusing on it. I ended up writing 2 papers in the class on it, which I will eventually combine into one. And my professor, Dr. Marinova, ended up receiving an email from the grapevine and then sent it to me and said, Matt, you should really apply to this. I think the paper you've written, is like good for this sort of research conference. And so I ended up submitting it. I got it. But the trip itself to New York was genuinely amazing. Like, it was my first time in the city, my first time ever being that far from Virginia. I think the farthest I'd gone was like Hershey Park, Pennsylvania at the age of 4. I figured no way I was getting in. Like I said, they were accepting only 20 people from the entire Northeast coast, and I'm going against like Ivy Leagues, but I got accepted to it, and I was genuinely blown away. It was an amazing surprise. Amazing, really. So I feel more confident sort of in my academic and like intellectual abilities, and a lot more assured that this is kind of the right path for me.